Bigly, Drunken Rant.
My eyes look so tired in this. I wish I was a I wish I was a wide-eyed white boy. As soon as this one's done, that's all I'm doing because we're almost out of Diet Coke anyway. Hey YouTube, it's Gerbeagly. I am talking to you today about the game Batman Arkham Origins. It's the prequel game that was just announced by Warner Brothers Interactive that's going to be made by developer Warner Brothers Games Montreal, or Warner Games Montreal, whatever the hell they're called. But it's an in-house development studio. Basically, they told Rocksteady, hey, we want to be cheap and not spend as much money by paying a third-party developer. We're going to do it in-house. The cool part is that Rocksteady's on hand, help them with all the technological developments and all the systems that they use to make the games. The uncool part is that the creative minds behind Rocksteady are not going to be part of it. So the guys who made Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are not going to have anything really to do with like the development of the story or anything like that. So we'll see where it goes. I'm a little bit skeptical because of that. That's like a really huge sort of blow to the development department in my opinion as far as what's going on with the series. I mean, I won't lie, I'm still going to buy the game, but it's still kind of weird, you know? I'd really like to see the return of Rocksteady. I don't know what other projects they have under their belt, but the Batman games were so freaking cool that without them, I'm not sure if it's going to do the same. It's kind of like what happened with Assassin's Creed, you know? Like a bunch of the creative people behind the original Assassin's Creed games left that, and Assassin's Creed 3, it was so underdeveloped, it had so many glitches that it just didn't feel like up to par. It didn't feel like it was the same sort of type of game, you know? Type of game. I don't know what I'm saying, I'm stupid! Anyway, so with this new game, Arkham Origins, you know, the other big thing that kind of bums me out is that it's a prequel. Like, why take a step backwards when we just had this huge plot development in the Arkham series? By the way, if you have not finished Arkham City, do not watch the rest of this video because it is going to spoil some shit for you. So at the end of Arkham City, we see that Joker dies. Joker, who is one of the biggest villains in the entire DC mythology ever, is dead. So with the Joker dead, Batman's kind of at a loss because emotionally and mentally, the Joker was his counterpart. The whole point of the Joker was to create chaos. The whole point of Batman was to create justice. And, you know, it's kind of like Batman just running around putting out Joker's fires, but it's kind of like Joker says. The whole reason Batman exists to begin with is because the Joker exists. So with him dead, what the hell is Batman to do? I mean, sure, he can fight other villains, but they kind of suck compared to the Joker. The Joker was this crazy criminal mastermind who was always like one step ahead of Batman, but at the same time sort of gave him that honorable opportunity to take down the Joker's plot. So, I don't know. It was one of those weird sort of sadomasochistic relationships that the two of them had. And without the Joker in the equation, I would love to see what sort of mental state Batman / Bruce Wayne was in. Now, one thing that I thought they could have done instead of doing an origin story, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Batman Beyond, but those of you who followed Batman the Animated Series, which, by the way, is the best cartoon of the 90s as far as superhero cartoons go, you know, the follow-up, Batman Beyond, that was kind of a kick-ass cartoon. It still had old-school Bruce Wayne, who was voiced by Kevin Conroy, and it had this new sort of punk-ass Batman named Terry McGinnis, who, Batman 2.0, he had all these sweet futuristic gadgets, and not only that, he fought this sweet gang called the Jokers, who, like worshipped the Joker as sort of like this old school deity type of asshole who had come along before and screwed up the Batman's day, and they were all about doing the same thing. So instead of an origin story, what would have been really awesome would have been if we had gotten a taste of Batman Beyond in a sort of way. You know, it could still star Bruce Wayne as Batman, but maybe he's hung up the cowl for a little bit because he's sort of bummed out that Joker's dead. He doesn't have his arch rival around anymore to sort of pull his strings, pull his cape, pull his face, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying things. It would be a really cool story development if something along the lines of the Joker's gang had popped up again. Let's say that after the Joker died, instead of all of Joker's troops being demoralized completely, they have formed a bunch of gangs called the Jokers, and they're running rampant through the streets of Arkham City, and maybe some of them have even escaped beyond the wall back into the rest of Gotham City, and they're just wreaking havoc, and they're going nuts, and it's anarchy. Or, what would be really cool is if a new Joker suddenly rose through the ranks. Let's say that there's a guy who's like Joker 2.0, and he's a super bloodthirsty, ruthless jerk who executes people and makes it super public. And yeah, sure, the Joker killed some people now and then, but like I said before, he always gave Batman that sort of chance to jump in and enact justice before a ton of people died. But let's say that this new Joker is more like Victor Zsasz. He just executes people in a cold-hearted fashion, and he never gives Batman a chance to even jump in and save these victims. So, Batman already has a motive. He's like, damn, these people are dying? I gotta go stop this new Joker asshole. And then the other thing that would bring him into the picture would be, hey, the Joker, as crazy as he was, he kind of had this sort of weird honorable thing about him. You know, he was like an old school villain. Oh, look at me, I'm gonna blow up the clock tower at 12, but if you come here in time, Batman, I'll let you beat me up and stop the whole thing. That's kind of what Joker did. That was his whole point, was he was the counterpoint to who Batman was. This new Joker, he kind of besmirches the name of the Joker, and Batman doesn't like that. He goes in to kind of save the Joker's reputation. So that would be kind of a cool development, and, you know, I hope that this new game is sweet. I hope that it has, like, some cool stuff that happens. I hear that the Penguin's gonna be back in it. I hear that Deathstroke's gonna be introduced, which is gonna be awesome, because Deathstroke's awesome. But at the same time, you know, I don't want to play as this inexperienced, fumbling, jumbling Batman who comes in and he, you know, fights some crime, but he's not super badass yet, and maybe he poops his pants. Who knows? I say the word poop in every one of my videos, I just realized. I'm sorry, but the word poop's funny. Anyway, guys, please leave your comments below. Let me know about what you think of Arkham Origins. Let me know what you think about this rant. I hope that you enjoyed it, because I certainly did, because I'm drunk and I don't give a shit. So, anyway, video games are cool, you guys are cool, thanks for watching the videos. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I don't know if I did that backwards, maybe I did. If I did, then you know what to do. They say the things on them. But, thank you very much for watching. It was great seeing you.